You may shoot me with your words. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness. But still, like life, I'll rise.
I refuse to accept the view that mankind is so tragically bound to the starless.
Welcome to the Black NewsBeat with your host, Dr. Kimeka Campbell.
Courtesy of my friends at the table here who let me steal it. Thank you. Welcome to the Black NewsBeat. We have a packed show for you tonight. It is Wednesday, December 10th, and Harrisburg. Woo! We are in the season 5 home stretch of the Black NewsBeat. If you cannot believe, if you haven't been sticking around, we've been doing this show since 2020, and we usually take a break in January before we get back ready for Black History Month, which is always the month that we start. This is our second to last episode for season 5. So this is quite an accomplishment for us. Congratulations to the Black NewsBeat. So we're closing in on our season ender. That will be next Wednesday at December 17th. We want to make it a party here in the lobby, so definitely come through. Definitely hang out with us, have a drink at the bar, and join us for the show. We're going to give thanks to the folks doing the work tonight. We're going to take a breath, and we're going to get honest about what we're watching. So we got a lot to talk about. And one thing I always like to talk about during the show is the National Day today. So what is the National Day today? Today is Human Rights Day. Did y'all know that? No. Today is Human Rights Day. So if you are someone who has been fighting for human rights, all human rights, during your career, this is for you. This day is for you. So take a drink with us because it is also National Lager Day. So we're going to take a drink for human rights tonight, and we hope you join us. And then tomorrow is National App Day. Who is perpetually online? Okay, just me? Fine. Oh, thank you. Somebody over there. Who is perpetually on their phone? It's me. So tomorrow is National App Day. What's your favorite app? My favorite app happens to be an app called Layout App. It's how I make all my memes to post on the show. And post on the show site on Facebook and Instagram and all the different places. So I love the Layout App. That's my favorite app. It's simple, it's clean, it's quick. You can do videos, stills. This is not a commercial, but I do love that app. And tomorrow is National App Day. And tonight we have a great show for you. We'll be sweeping the streets. We'll be doing a lot of stuff. But we have with us tonight Mr. Carlos Johnson. Woo! From Right Way to Do It, his organization that helps re-entrants. And we are going to talk to him right after we see what's going on around the country and locally. So let's see what's going on. Let's sweep these streets. Let's see what's going on. Well, we are back here at the Black NewsBeat to talk about the news. So first up, let's go right over to Altoona, Pennsylvania. We're talking about the updates to the Luigi Mangione case. Have y'all been paying attention to that? Very interesting. So new body cam footage shows Altoona police first interacting with Luigi Mangione at a McDonald's days after the NYC killing of United Healthcare's CEO. Defense is pushing to suppress statements and items seized. Prosecutors say the evidence ties to a homicide. So this is interesting because what happened was that the police searched Luigi's backpack without a warrant. Interesting. And when they searched it, they allegedly found a gun, but nobody can tell when they searched his backpack and if the gun was there when he was in the McDonald's or if it somehow got in there after he had left that McDonald's. We don't really know. The body cam footage was off when they searched it. They obtained a search warrant 7 hours later. Isn't that suspicious? That doesn't sound suspicious. And they also did not Mirandize him. They did not read him his rights, tell him what rights he had and didn't have. So all of this is happening while this man is supposed to be, murder in custody, allegedly, and his civil rights were clearly violated. And so why does this matter? Beyond the headlines, it's a case in how admissibility, warrants, and procedure can make or break the prosecution, even with big ticket evidence like a manifesto, like a gun. And my take is this: justice needs truth and process, right? Due process, as a matter of fact. If the search was clean, try it. Why not? If not, fix the system that keeps bending the rules when the cameras aren't rolling. So this is, I want to check in with the audience, you online and here in the theater, right? What protects us more in the long run? Rigid procedure or ends justifying the means in high-profile cases? And I'll tell you what my answer is. My answer is we need due process, because too many times people are prosecuted incorrectly. They're prosecuted when they're really innocent. So we need due process to make sure that we get it right. And I also said online, I did say this online, I said, it's interesting to me that every time a case like this is botched, it makes the job of the police look less serious. And do we need this kind of police like what the Altoona PD did, wasting a lot of tax dollars, wasting a lot of time on a very high-profile case, and quite frankly, making Pennsylvania look crazy? I don't know what y'all think. Do we need that? I don't know if we need that. Okay. So this is, we're going to our next story. This is from TikTok. The villain you made is her handle, and she allegedly confronted one of the haters in her comments. This is crazy. So she documented that she took a 3-hour drive to confront a man who allegedly posted racist comments about her video discussing the Tennessee 7 district race. On camera, she locates him at work, gives him 2 options: read a written apology, or she would notify his wife about finding an alleged Grindr account. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. He was also on Grindr. He reads the apology out loud. The original account later goes private, but the reposts go wide. And I reposted it on the Black NewsBeat, and folks said, that's a skit, that's not real. People said, she's going to jail. And there's a lot of different comments about that. So why does this matter? It's an accountability moment online, where online hate crosses into real-world consequences. How many of you think that online bullies should have real-world consequences? And I'm not going to repeat what he said here on the show, but he said some really nasty stuff. He really did. And I, for one, I remember when we first started doing online stuff, we said, it's online, it's just online, it's not that serious. Remember that? It's that serious now, because online is crossing into real life, okay? So I think it is allegedly, but whether it's real or fake, the conversation is very, very poignant. People want to know, how should we be treating online bullies? You tell us in the chat. When people are, especially racist bullies, when they come into the chat saying crazy stuff on your page, what do you do? Y'all know what I do. I cuss them out and block them. But anyway, on to our next story. What is going on in MAGAland this week? It's too much. But I thought I'd give you the quick hits. Lord have mercy. The U.S. says it seized an oil tanker off the Venezuela coast. Geopolitics is spilling into gas prices. Interesting. This whole story of Venezuela and what's been happening in Venezuela has been terrifying. There have been upwards of 90 people killed in extrajudicial killings because the United States and the Donald Trump administration has labeled them narco-terrorists. And a narco-terrorist is something that this administration is using to literally kill people. Pete Hegseth is currently under fire for killing 2 survivors in a boat strike, saying kill them all in a second strike to make sure that they were all dead. This is terror. This is terroristic behavior. I will say it right here on the show. Killing surviving folks who are hanging onto a boat where we don't even know, we haven't seen the quantities of drugs that they keep talking about. We haven't seen it. So it looks like these people are being killed for absolutely nothing in an effort to overthrow Venezuela's government, to install a puppet after that oil. This is what it's really about. It's about that oil. And do not be deceived to think it isn't something else, not about narco-terrorism, because Donald Trump just pardoned a true narco-terrorist. So this is really important for us to pay attention to. as we are looking at our, our own civic education and how we're understanding what's going on in politics in our world. And right now, I want you to tell a friend to tell a friend. Text your cousin right now. Watch the policy, not the personality, right? You have to watch the policy and not the personality. Don't take just what's coming out of people's mouths. Watch why they're doing what they're doing. This one, we're taking it local right here. This one was interesting. The Harrisburg mayoral administration is under fire, and the chief of police, because they met with one Shaq Sar, the deputy counsel general of Israel for New York. This was a very interesting one today. So City Hall posted that Mayor Wanda R.D. Williams, Police Commissioner Thomas Carter, and Deputy Police Chief Young welcomed Shaq Sar, the Deputy Counsel of Israel in New York, for a discussion at the MLK Government Center. The post drew immediate critical comments across local pages and groups. Sar's portfolio includes Pennsylvania per the Pittsburgh Jewish Chronicle. Why does this matter? Diplomacy optics meets local coalition politics. Residents who've been organizing around Palestine and the genocide that is happening there found it quite peculiar that this person would come to the city, and we don't really know what they talked about. Residents are asking who requested the meeting, what was discussed, public safety, trade, community relations, and how community voices were included, if at all. My take is engagement doesn't mean endorsement, but sensitive meetings need text, agenda summaries, who was in the room, and tangible outcomes published proactively. This is important. Audience check. Let me see. When the city leaders meet controversial figures, what should the public response be? And what would you guys like to see? Would you like to see agendas, attendees, outcomes, or all three? And again, we want to make sure that we say engagement does not equal endorsement, but transparency is key, and residents want to know what is going on, okay? Next on our docket today, this one was very interesting. Capitol police officer was charged after telling kids, don't tell your parents. Now, what was he talking about? Okay. An Upper Allen Township man identified as Capitol Police Officer Joshua Chicote was charged after taking two minors on a walk and allegedly telling them not to inform their parents. That walk was 20 minutes in one direction. 20 minutes in one direction and back. So you took these kids 40 minutes out of their way for what? Right? The case advanced with a guilty plea to a lesser offense. So that's how he got out of there. And what we were talking, so I also, shout out to The Morning Experience. We were talking about this yesterday on another show that I'm on, The Morning Experience. Actually this morning, it's Wednesday morning. We're talking about how he was with his own son, and for some reason, instead of taking the step of getting the parents involved, saying to the parents, I'm taking your child on a walk, he decided to be deceptive and duplicitous. Why was that? And I don't think that the lesser charge that he pled to was enough, because if we're really talking about protecting children and keeping them safe, anything could have happened. And do we implicitly put our trust in public officials just because? I don't think we should. So I'm glad that he was apprehended and charged, but I don't think pleading to a lesser charge is enough. My take is protect the kids first. Protect the kids first, right? Investigate fast and communicate clearly. So that was very interesting and something you talked about. That is it for our Sweeping the Streets, and we're going right into my favorite segment, especially this time of year, Media and Melanin. And if you guys don't know, you guys should have figured it out on the show by now. Everything after Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving for me until New Year's Day, is Christmas movie season. Woo! I love watching holiday movies during the season, and I want to tell you about two, one that I saw and one that I'm getting ready to see. So the first one is, I just love this one. I'm so excited about it. It's called An Ice Wine Christmas. It's a Lifetime movie. And if you don't know by now, Lifetime and Hallmark are in the fight of their lives to see who can produce the best Christmas movies. And it's so fun. I mean, I love watching every one of them and grading every single one of them. This one for me gets an A+. I loved it. It was quaint. It was cute. It was so holiday-y. I loved everything about it. It was cozy. I'm not going to give anything away. But there is wine involved. There is a black lead and a Hispanic lead. And you know I like to talk about media and melanin and who in the stratosphere is doing what. It was cozy. The chemistry was so cute between the leads. Vineyard vibes, which I love. I love me a good vineyard story. And holiday joy with a Latin and Black leads in the mix. Very cute. And, you know, I think this one can be up for seasonal canon. This is one I think I would watch every year. What do you think, babe? Would you watch it every year? Yeah, I think we would watch that one every year. So check that one out. And final verdict on this is it's cocoa, not corn. It is warm. It is rewatchable, and it's family safe. It was pretty good. Everybody can watch it. And it's very cute. I loved it a lot. Very adorable, very heartwarming. My second one that I'm wanting to see, I watched the preview today and I was like, I have to see this. I love me a good Loretta Devine and other familiar faces inside of the story, Loretta Devine. So I'm excited to see this one. It's called The Christmas Showdown. Amber Stevens West and Corbin Reed star as ex-best friends competing to produce a town's Christmas Eve spectacular. Friendship, ambition, and small town sparkle. I love stuff like this. So this one is a holiday film that isn't just about romance. So we talked about An Ice Wine Christmas and talked about the romantic flair there. But this one is a bit of a sister romance comedy, which we love. This one centers platonic Black friendships and creative leadership on screen. I love stuff like that. And I love watching Black women succeed in those spaces. So I'm really excited to see what we're about to do with this one. I will be watching it this weekend, and I will report back next Wednesday. It looks cozy. It looks like a crowd pleaser with a fresh angle. I love me a good, you know, buddy, sister buddy comedy type thing, and I'm very excited about it. Woo! I think that is the fastest, what time is it, that I've ever gone through Sweeping the Streets, Emily and Melanin. And so now we get to my other favorite section, which is There's Nothing to Do in Harrisburg, also known as upcoming events. Every time we started this segment because folks would tell us every weekend there's nothing to do in Harrisburg. And every time I get on this show, I tell you about a month's worth of stuff that there is to do in Harrisburg. So I want you to come out to what's coming up next. First, we're going to talk about Young Professionals of Color, Greater Harrisburg events. If you are not a member of Young Professionals of Color, Greater Harrisburg, we would love for you to join. It's $65 for the year, and you get special discounts to all our really fun events. One such event that's coming up is our Holiday Liddy. This is our 7th year or 8th year, or wow, 9th year running with our Holiday Liddy. And it is on December 19th. It is at Men in the Kitchen. It starts at 7 p.m. The cost is $20, but if you get your tickets a little early, they may be a little cheaper. We always have a really fun time at this event. There's games, interaction. We're going to have a great DJ. It's going to be really fun. So please come out, Men in the Kitchen, December 19th, 7 p.m. Come party with us. And also we'll have some food, so come hang out. After that, we're going to be having our vision planning party on Sunday, December 24th. Is that right? Sunday? Or the 22nd? 24th? I don't know. Whatever Sunday is, right after the party, we're having our vision planning session. This is where we talk about what we want to see for Young Professionals of Color, Greater Harrisburg in the new year for 2026. And in case you didn't know, YPOC turns 10 in 2026. So this is really, thank you, Brecca. Shout out to Becca at the bar. If you have not had a delightful drink from her in your life, you should come down here and get one, okay? So yes, come help us plan for 2026 and what we want to see with Young Professionals of Color. It's going to be a great time. It's a half day, and it's fun. It's not just planning and we're heads down. It's fun. We're reminiscing about all the amazing things we accomplished in 2025, and we're looking forward to 2026. So we'd love to see you there. And out in the community, tomorrow is Capital City Karaoke at 306 Bar and Grill, right down the street here on Riley Street. And then we also have Joy to the Berg this Sunday at the ABC. What is it? What is ABC? What's the bar? The one over here in Cameron Street? Appalachian Brewing Company. Thank you. ABC, Appalachian Brewing Company. They will be there at 2:30. Joy to the Berg is a wonderful effort where they do outreach and collect funds to help the homeless. And they put on a beautiful concert, and so it is a charge, but it goes to a good cause. You'll be helping homeless, the unhoused in our region, and you'll be helping clothe and help house and feed folks through the album sales and through the entrance to the event. So please, please, please support Joy to the Berg. It's one of the fun events. I am going to be in New York this weekend for PA Society Weekend, but I'm rushing back to go to Joy in the Berg. And then the last one I'll talk about today is the holiday variety show. Shout out to my very good friend, Sarah Bozich. SB Events is catering the holiday variety show. It is a music showcase and series that is going to be taking place in Strawberry Square. So please come out and support that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I think you're going to love it. So you should come out for that. And then I just want to recap something. Shout out to at the Broad Street Market. She's a Sherry. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Job well done on the very first holiday tree lighting in Midtown. It was so fun. We had Santa came, there was hot chocolate, we had s'mores, there were fire pits. It was some of the best 2 hours in Midtown that I've ever had. So if you haven't already, take some time this weekend, Thursday to Saturday, check out the market. The holiday little display is still set up. The tree is up. It'll be there through the holidays. Go and have a good time and enjoy yourself. Even though it's cold out, it's going to be so much fun just sitting there and having a good time in that little holiday setup and sitting outside. Not too long, because it's been cold, has it not? Oh my goodness. So yes, please enjoy that. All right, we're through the first segment. Yay, we made it. We made it. Thank you guys for tuning in online. We are going to take a short break and we will be right back with our guest, Mr. Carlos Johnson. See you in a sec.
Looking to broaden your skills in digital media creation? Are you looking to be a part of a great team? Well, we need you. The Black NewsBeat will be trying to fill various positions to help make our show a great success. We'll be looking for tech assistants to help on set. We'll be looking for writers to help write the show every single episode. Also need digital media assistants. Absolutely need some live audience coordinators. We'd love to open up these opportunities to high school and college students. We'd love for you to intern with us and learn more about the business and get your feet wet with a great company at Open Stage. So if you're interested, please let us know. We'll be taking applications via email. You can email us at Kimeka@kimeka.org. That's KIMEKA @KIMEKA.org. Hope to see you on the set soon.
I'm just gonna apply some pressure, okay?
When minutes matter, you have the power to save a life. Learn more at minutesmatter.upmc.com.
Fine. Yeah, yours should just look better, and that's okay.
Calling all members of the greater Harrisburg community. We need you. We would love for you to join the YPOC and become a part of our leadership team. Would you like to join our board and get great perks and access in the community? Think about it and let us know. We'd love for you to contact us as soon as possible if you are ready. You can email us at info@ypoc-hbg.org.
Welcome back to the Black News Beat. I am here with Mr. Carlos Johnson. And tonight's guest is a hometown builder, the founder of Right Way to Do It, Inc., where he's not just matching folks with jobs and mentors, he's participating in the fabric of the city through volunteering, attending events, supporting other community leaders as much as he can as well. Welcome to the show, Carlos.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. It's wonderful to have you. I mean, we have been getting to kind of revolve in the same circles now, so it's really great just to kind of talk to you and figure out everything about you. So your motto meets folks where they are. So I want you to tell us about your organization and what you do.
Well, Right Way to Do It is a labor of love for me. I really had a tough experience of actually having to pick myself up after making tough decisions, terrible decisions. I'll just keep it real.
Absolutely, absolutely.
After making a lot of terrible decisions in my life, I had to find the way to get back on my feet. And when I did, I realized that I wasn't the only one that was in need of guidance, and and I realized that that was really my calling. I didn't realize it at first when I was going through a lot of the things that I went to actually try to bring myself, I guess, to a state of, I guess, homeostasis
Yes,
or
absolutely.
balance in my own life, and then once I found that balance, it was like, wow, this is what life is really like, and I wanted that experience for everyone I met. Everyone.
Absolutely. That's very beautiful. That's very beautiful. So I think I want to walk through so your work is helping reentrants. Folks are coming back into society.
Yes.
And I love this idea of wanting to reach a point of homeostasis and balance for everyone that you meet. Like this is really important.
Yes.
So tell me how you do that. What does a 30 or 60 or even a year out for folks look like in your work?
Great question. That's a great question. Most people, when they first are released from, whether it's incarceration or mental health facility or a substance use disorder facility, they're just like newborn babies. They don't know where to go to get food, clothing, shelter, just the basic necessities of life. And so the first 30 days for a person coming home is always tumultuous because, you have the influx of so many different emotions.
Absolutely.
People want to redeem themselves so bad, and they're so, hell bent on getting, back started. But then it's a process that they have to actually go through. So the first 30 days is usually trying to keep them calm.
Absolutely right.
And then 60, around from 30 to 60, it's pretty much more of a, they're in the action step, the action phase. So they're busy, mainly busy, just trying to or attempting to fulfill whatever strategies that they could come up. And then I allow their circumstances to dictate what what solutions we come up with.
Absolutely right.
So
that's really good.
Yes, and after and they usually respond very well to it. What I've noticed about the people that I deal with, as opposed to the people that I've seen just trying to make it, the people that I deal with, they feel a lot more assured, because they have someone who understands them and understands the struggle, knows the landscape, so to speak, and then also has a little bit of insight on how to cope with the emotions that they're dealing with, because I've been through that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so 365,
Yep.
in a year's time, mostly I have to fight my people from not trying to give back. They want to go and do what I do.
Immediately, yeah.
Yes, because it's like, once you found that level of peace, and like I said, that homeostasis or balance in life, where you have, stable income, you have a stable place to live, you have, transportation, you have, most of your social determinants of health, being met. A lot of people can't say that, even if they've been out in society for a long time. So for a person within 12 months of being back into society to say that they can comfortably say that I'm not ahead, but I'm doing well.
Absolutely.
They all want to give back.
Yeah, immediately.
Yes.
Because they understand the urgent need too, right? Because there is a big need.
Yes,
it is. Need, especially here in our region.
And it's ever growing.
Yes, it really. Unfortunately, it's ever growing, right? Yeah, unfortunately.
Yes.
So, okay, if Harrisburg could fund one line item tomorrow for you, what moves the needle the fastest?
Honestly, I gotta say it's wintertime housing.
Yes.
Housing.
And it's been cold.
Yes. And a lot of my reentrants, unfortunately, they're finding themselves having to stay in community correction centers longer, group homes a lot longer than they would normally want to, because a lot of landlords they're warming up a little bit now to a lot of the things that we do because of the success that we've been having with our reentrants. But they're little hesitant landlords. I mean, with opening their doors for our people, and so housing is a major thing for our people, and also transportation around this time. You know, people don't want to walk to interviews. And
Absolutely. It's cold.
So in this season, I would say housing industry.
Absolutely.
If anything we could, if we could have any support or help in any area, I know that would be the most important right now.
Yes, and it does move the needle really quickly because getting to a job interview is crucial for a lot of folks to take that next step to getting to homeostasis, right, and getting to balance. That's awesome. And who are your unlikely partners? Employers, faith groups, neighbors, and how do you keep them at the table for the work that you want to do?
You would be surprised. You would be surprised. I don't even know, I can't even see myself saying this, but the Department of Corrections, POs, COs, police officers, a lot of people who are pariahs in our community are some of our biggest allies.
Wow.
Seriously, most of them, they kind of know of our program and know of me because of my past in dealing with law enforcement. And they're encouragement, and they're very encouraging. They really want to see us prosper.
They want to see you do well.
Yes.
That's really good to know, actually. That actually gives me a tiny, not a lot, but a tiny bit of relief.
Trust me, yes. I told you it was reluctance with me. I'm serious. I've not had the best relationship with that demographic. That they are the most unlikely. We've had a lot of other help though. We've had a lot of Miracle for sure. They've helped out a lot of our people, parolees, with housing assistance, who have been funding for their residential situations. Capital Area Behavioral Health. They've actually helped out with a lot of our people in transition as well,
very good.
with funding for the housing. But we have had also help from Beehive Housing, Thrive Housing with Dee Allen. She's wonderful. We've had YPOC. You guys actually, you've helped me a lot. More than actually you would even believe. A lot of the events that you guys put on, they're great opportunities for me to network, great opportunities for me to actually bring a lot of my people to see what community looks like when they're working together. So trust me.
That is a wonderful compliment.
Oh man, you guys deserve it. You guys deserve it.
I hope you're going to come to the holiday party.
Oh, you know it.
We're going to have so much fun.
I look forward
to it.
it.
I hope to include you also in our 10-year anniversary coming up too, because that'll be awesome.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
Yes.
So we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with a lot more from Mr. Carlos Johnson. It's been a great interview so far. Yeah. Very good.
Look at all of you. But look at all of you. Everything is looking amazing. I just want to say, shout out to all of you, the community that helped make this night a success and the whole week a success. I love y'all so much.
Clap it up for yourselves one more time. Y'all look amazing out here.
Yeah, y'all look amazing.
Yes.
And the other thing that I want to say is shout out to our sponsors and VIP. I want you guys to remember this feeling. I want you guys to remember how wonderful it feels to celebrate Juneteenth in Harrisburg. We always want to have this, and it's possible because of all of you.
Yes.
It's possible because of all of you. So thank you. Enjoy the night. Join my POC. All y'all enjoy my POC. Join us. We're going to do more amazing things like this for Harrisburg, for the region, and for the whole state. we are back here on the Black News Beat. We are here with Mr. Carlos Johnson. And have you guys been enjoying the interview so far? Yeah, it's been good. It's been really good. And we have a lot more to cover. And so I want to jump right back in, Carlos. And I know you are dealing with this work. You talk about it so eloquently and you're so full of love, but it's also challenging, right?
It is.
And I know there's a lot going on in the community right now. What are some of the challenges you're facing right now?
Well, the biggest one right now, unfortunately, I have had to try to keep a couple of my clients encouraged because they were wrapped up in an indictment that just took place.
An indictment?
Yes, a major sweep of 27 individuals here in Dauphin County. Federally, they're charging them with RICO, actually.
What?
Yes, a corrupt organization. And I'll be honest with you. Yes.
RICO?
Yes.
RICO is crazy. So explain to everybody what RICO is.
Well, RICO is something that the federal government came up with to curb a lot of the organized crime.
Yep.
In America, and they started with the mafia, and then they actually evolved to dealing with more urban gangs.
Interesting.
And I've noticed the uptick here in Harrisburg of the rhetoric of how the young people in this area, they call them, I hope it's not inappropriate, but YNs out here, or they call them, young people, and a lot of people refer to them as gangs. And I noticed that label was going around a lot, very loosely.
Absolutely.
In relation to a lot of these young, right out of high school teenagers here in Harrisburg. And unfortunately.
We actually talked about this in the show a couple years ago, and I was adamant that we should not be calling these kids gangs. I was adamant about it.
Yes. I was just speaking about that months ago because I've seen this trend. And I've seen it before. After 9/11, I've noticed a lot of, federal prosecutions that have been made possible due to certain languages. They started, referring to a lot of young black males in our community as terrorists. Yes, and they use that as ways to prosecute individuals without any proof or evidence, just labels.
And what's funny is they still have not labeled the Ku Klux Klan as a terrorist organization. Very interesting. Very interesting.
I feel my sentiments exactly. I believe that the Klan, believe it or not, is a protected organization.
They are a protected organization.
And our people aren't. And that's what I really would love to highlight. I mean, that's really what I wanted to speak on because I believe that our youth, our young people in our community need to be protected against very, very, I would say, aggressive prosecution that's going on. And when they start talking about RICO and organized crime, that's significant time.
Absolutely.
People are looking at 20 years in prison. And
so tell me more about this group of 27 people. What is going on with them?
Yes. I had the unfortunate experience of taking a few of my clients down to Dauphin County Prison to turn themselves in after they were informed that they had warrants for their arrest. And so when we went down, I got their charging documents, and after reading their charging documents, I couldn't believe it. I deal with these people every day, take them to work. I actually mentor with them. They may have had issues with substance use disorder or, dealing with their emotional intelligence. But for the most part, they're great kids. One of them, man, he graduated from Milton Hershey. He's a great athlete, but, he just fell into a wrong crowd. And so just due to his proximity to these people who were involved in some illicit stuff, he was indicted as well and looking at 20 years in prison. And most of the time they use that to influence them to help the prosecution in these type of cases. And what happens is, you have trauma that you can't erase. You have the mothers, the families that they can't do anything to protect or help their families. They don't have the financial funds or means to actually support or defend them against the aggressive prosecution. And these people aren't playing, and this is nearly 30 of our young people, you know, go on from our community. Like we really, and you gotta understand, most of the people that to actually try their hand doing illicit things,
Yes.
they're usually smart. You know, that's
Absolutely.
what I realized, that most of the smart guys, they think they're too smart to go to
That's
work.
what it
You
is.
know,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, you know, we're taking a lot of our bright bulbs out of Harrisburg, and I don't want that. I don't want that to become a trend. And also, I just want to bring awareness, because I don't believe a lot of people know about.
And this is Dauphin County.
It's Dauphin County.
This
yes.
is another reason why folks really need to pay attention to who we elect. Because
You know
our
it.
Dauphin County, our DA, our Dauphin County District Attorney, was just elected last year. So this is interesting that you would bring that up. We've also had other folks on this show who've talked about their dealings with the county and the aggressive prosecution of this county. So this doesn't surprise me, but it is very disheartening.
Yes, it's just alarming to me, you know, because I'm really big on numbers, and if you're going to be prosecuting people just evenly, you wouldn't have, you know, 30 people in the same general location and demographic, you know,
So
at
these
the
are all
same
black
time,
men.
all black, all minorities.
So interesting. I'm glad you're telling me this, because
Okay,
I'm
so
putting two and two together.
Yes.
Because I'm also looking at how the black community votes, and we need to make our black voters aware of what's happening in their
Yes.
community from these
Yes.
officials, these
Yes.
elected officials.
That's so true. That's so true.
Because that is an elected position.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and I know without a doubt on my mind that these people weren't just prosecuted because they were out here being ministers to the society.
Yeah.
I know that they were targeted, you know, for I would say a bigger picture.
Yes.
You know, because you have these new federal buildings that's been erected
Yes.
here downtown, and they need to be filled up with people. And who do you think that they're going to put in there?
Always. Because it's dollars per head. They're getting dollars per head to have folks in those facilities. Wow.
Yes.
So what? This is so disheartening. I hate this. So what is their status now, and you know where are we at now with this?
You know, this is the first time that I've ever seen a group prosecution where they didn't require any monetary, you know, any money up front for them to be back out. They let all of these people out on their own recognizance.
So
They
this is
Catch and release.
interesting.
They caught them and released them, put them right back out there in the streets. And I'm pretty
Why
sure,
do you think they did that?
from what I know of the feds, they're going to use them as corkscrews.
Yep.
You know, to put pressure on them whenever they want to
Informants, use them as CIs
you know,
and stuff.
and this is the unfortunate nature of the society we live in, where our community is ripe for the picking for people to do whatever they think that they
They
want to do.
couldn't have done this without our Dauphin County DA support. They couldn't have done it. It
It's
wouldn't
deep-
have happened.
Yes, it's deeper. I know that it's even the commissioner's office, all of them.
Absolutely.
They said that they actually waited until the first snow to round them up. They had this whole
What?
list of people. Literally, the day that it snowed, the first snow, that's when they got them all.
Are you serious?
Literally, yes. This is what I'm saying. I mean, I'm just as outraged as you are.
I'm like, my
Like,
mouth is open.
Yes, and this is in America, in Harrisburg,
So
Pennsylvania.
this just happened a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, yes,
Last week.
Yes,
Yeah,
last week.
it was like 8 or 9 days, basically.
Yes.
Like part of last week
think
into the
December
like
3rd.
yes, so
December
a
3rd.
week ago, because
Yes.
today's the 10th.
Yes,
Oh my word.
yes.
So what? I don't know what we can do. I mean, so they were caught and released on their own recognizances. They're apparently going to have court dates. They're going to be working them to see who they can roll over on, obviously.
Yes.
So what can we do to support them?
Thank you for asking that, man. I would love for anyone who has a heart, you know, to look into this situation, look into the organizations that's actually looking to advocate for these individuals, help them with their legal situations, help them, because most of the people that's under these prosecutions, they haven't been in the system before, so they're not aware of how to defend themselves.
Wow.
So if you guys know of anybody, or if you know of anybody who, lawyers or any paralegals or anyone who is willing to just step in and give some legal advice, and to also help these people in our community, to minimize, some of the outcomes that's going to happen with these cases, because I believe that we have the wrong impression of these individuals.
Oh, 100%.
Because if it was someone, maybe athlete playing sports in high school, or someone, that was just entertainer here in Harrisburg or something, we would be outraged or really hurt at the fact that they're being
It's a
charged
week
with this stuff,
later.
and then no one said anything.
This is the first I've ever heard it. And I live in the news. I do. This is crazy.
Yes.
So what are their ranges? You think they're 30s, 20s, younger?
Well, I know that the youngest one in the bunch is 19.
Yeah.
But they said this was a 2-year investigation.
2 years.
So they've been doing this investigation since 2023.
Since he was 17.
Since he was 17 years old. He's been in that indictment. And the oldest person is 29.
Wow.
So yes, from 18 to 30.
18 to 30.
Yeah.
Wow. And so from when they were 17 and 27, this has been going on, and that's the range that they're in.
Yes, most of the charges are fraud. They were saying they were running
fraud.
scams. Yeah, they said they were running scams. They said they were doing
RICO charges on running scams?
Yes, but then exactly.
Who were they trying to catch? What bigger fish are they trying to catch?
Your guess is as good as mine.
That's very interesting.
And I honestly
27 kids from Dauphin County.
Yes.
Black ones.
Yes.
On RICO charges.
Yes. Yes.
That don't sound crazy to nobody? That's crazy.
It's absurd. I'm serious. Absolutely absurd.
Well, I really want you to keep us posted on this. I want you to come back and talk about this. If you could be, I'm going to invite you in front of everybody. I want you to be a guest host and keep us up to date on the situation, because this is affecting us right here in our county.
Yes.
And this is very important.
Yes.
And we're going to have to find out who's cooperating with whom. I feel like we're a little behind the 8 ball. Maybe we should have known a little earlier, but who's going to, we're not in there. We don't know. But now it's our job as a community to, to really figure out what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And put some people to the actual fire to
Absolutely
find out.
Right. Go to the commissioners' meetings.
Yes.
Who's working with who? Demand accountability.
Yes. And if they knew of any, malfeasance or any wrong behavior from our community, like the youth in our community, before you go and indict them, how about
on
you
federal
find
charges.
someone to step in and intervene?
On federal charges. Federal indictment. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I am floored. Well, thank you for telling me. What is your organization going to be doing, and how can we support you specifically in this work?
Oh, wow. This is great. Right way to do it right now. We've actually partnered with a few of these people that were under these charges. And we've also got with Platinum Eagle LLC, and Nate Gaskin, he's actually was my first customer. We're actually looking to manufacture hoodies with slogans on them, that says, "I'm not a YN, I'm a businessman," or
Yes,
different sayings made by the individuals that's under this indictment. And the funds that we're raised, we're going to actually use that for a lot of their legal defenses.
Perfect.
And helping them out. Even if they have to go to prison, at least they will have some money, set to side, so it wouldn't be such a financial burden on the families, because that's most of the people that have to support people when they go to jail.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And how do we know how it's looking? It's only been a week, but what is it looking like for them?
Well, the process. I haven't reached out into like the government agencies yet, but I want to advocate for them in that sense, saying that is there a way that we can kind of mitigate, this whole thing? Because honestly, I know that these people aren't an organized gang.
Yes.
I know that they're not, terrorists. I know that they're just people who thought they may have had an opportunity to make some money and support themselves. But that's at most.
Yes.
We don't throw away people for 20 years for that.
Yes, absolutely right.
And so hopefully we could bring a lot of this rhetoric down. And
it's
to
the rhetoric.
Yes.
It's the rhetoric.
Yes.
RICO charges in good old Dauphin County, right here in Harrisburg. Wow.
Yes. So that's what I'm looking.
Yeah.
About what's going on with these people in our community, and hopefully they're not pressured into getting more people.
Absolutely
because I believe that's why they sent them back out to spread the net, to get more people indicted, to bring more people in jail. And if you look at that, then it's really a stark reality of what that bigger picture would look like.
This
and
is
we don't
terrifying.
Want that. It is.
And you know, while people are, and I think we should be rightly worried about all of this. We're worried about ICE has been in Dauphin County. We're worried about this. This is just as bad because you're rounding up people who go into these prisons in Pennsylvania and they are working. You can say what you can say. No, you can be as loud as you want. Carl's wife here is here in the audience. Hello, darling. And she said, "Am I loud?" I said, "Girl, you can be loud. We loud in here. We do what we like, okay?" But the other thing, you know, so we're, like I was saying, we're worried about ICE. We're rightfully worried about all these things. But what is flying under the radar is RICO charges in Dauphin County.
I know,
because that has the same effect. These black young bodies are being put into prisons to work. Right, so they're going in there and they're using them as free and low-cost labor.
You know it.
So what is that? What does that signal?
Yes.
Slavery. We are the
Crow.
prison to slavery pipeline.
Yes.
So this is something that we really have to keep our eye on and raise the alarm here, right here in Dauphin County for our black and brown men.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That they may disguise that RICO charge under a conspiracy.
They may
Exact the same thing.
got it. Yeah. They may disguise the RICO charge under conspiracy. Okay.
That's conspiracy, but it's exact
The same thing. Same thing. So this is important to know too. And what else?
Because it's a conspiracy and holds more time.
And holds more time. Wow. Wow. Yeah, we have to keep on top of this. So promise me something. You're going to come back. We're going to keep talking about this. And that you will come a couple times, not just once, because this is a really big deal.
Yes, and it's even more of a big deal, I believe, if we don't do anything.
That's exactly right. If we don't, raise awareness.
I'm here.
Do you know Joshua Vaughn?
Yes, I do know.
You talked to Josh. Josh knows about this, right?
Well,
if he doesn't know about it, tell him today. I'm about to text him myself.
Please do.
Because he will write a story on it. I know he will.
He's very familiar with me.
Yes, he is. So
yes.
Definitely involve Josh. He is one of the people who I think is fair and digs deep into these issues that are happening in our community.
Wow.
So let's definitely involve Josh for sure.
Josh, yes.
Whew. All right. Well, tell people how to get in contact with you and how we can reach out if people want to volunteer or work with some of the stuff you're doing, help with the clothing piece, all these different things. How can people get in contact?
Oh, that's great. Well, you can find me, Carlos Johnson, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Right Way to Do It. Right Way to Do It Inc. on Instagram. Right Way to Do It on TikTok and Facebook. rightwaytodoit.org is our website. Yes, or you can email me, rightwaytodoit@outlook.com, and I'll be there.
Beautiful. rightwaytodoit.org. Thank you, Carlos, for being here tonight. And I am rooting for you, and we're going to see you back, right?
Of course.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Carlos. Y'all got that you reach out, and we're going to keep apprised on this RICO charge business that's happening in Dauphin County. We'll be right back with Last Lap. Thank you, Carlos.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Call 911. I'm just gonna have a break.
When minutes matter, you have the power to save a life. Learn more at minutesmatter.upmc.com.
about you, but this is one of the best episodes I've had in a while, and I'm really thankful I got to talk to Carlos tonight. If you are just tuning in and you missed Carlos, you need to go back and watch that interview because it was so good. We talked about RICO charges. We talked about how to help his organization right way to do it. We talked about the 27 young men in Dauphin County that were indicted on RICO charges. So please run that back and share it. Also, you know, I haven't done this in a long time, but I'm bringing back my Go to Hell segment because we got somebody to send to hell. Tonight's Go to Hell goes to Marjorie Taylor Greene for trying to rebrand chaos as clarity on 60 Minutes. If you didn't know, we talked about last time how Marjorie Taylor Greene stepped down from Congress, because she ran afoul of Donald Trump, and they're now in this huge spat. And you know, I don't really care, but now she's trying to pretend like she's always been a saint. Right. So to Marjorie, 10 years, feeding the fire, smearing opponents, pushing falsehoods, punishing innocent people, and then act shocked when the room is smoky. Don't pivot to unity without accountability. If you want a reset, start with receipts. Name what you said, who it harmed, and what you'll repair. Until then, take a seat in the no spin section, and please stop blaming the smoke detector for the fire. She can go to hell, all right? Now, I just want to say, as we come up on the end of season 5, I just want to say I am so happy to be in community with all of you. Thank you for watching the show. People, it's so funny because I'm like, nobody's watching, I get sad, and then people, I saw the last show and it was so good. And I want to tell you, as we close in on season 5, I would be the last season because I wasn't feeling like I was getting community support. I wasn't feeling like I was, and I started to tell my friends about this, and they were like, no, we love this show, you need to keep it going, how can we help? So if you want to help the Black News Beat, you want to keep us on the air, you want to help us do what we got to do, we are open. We're open to your help. We're open to having people write, guests. We never run out of guests, but it's just good to know when I said, I don't want to do the show anymore. People went, you got to do the show. So I'm happy about that support. And I just want to say, as we close in on season 5, thank you. Big up yourselves. Clap for yourselves. Because without the community, we are nothing. We are nothing without community. Holding us up and holding us together. Holding me together, honey, because it's been a long year, has it not? So thank you so much. And we have one more show for season 5. We're making it a party right here in the Midtown lobby, Midtown Cinema lobby, right here on Riley Street. And we will see you in 1 week. Good night. Bye, everybody.